What's up, y'all? Welcome to Kickback. Race. Start the intro off, Race.
What's up, man? Welcome to the Kickback, guys. We sit back
Kickback.
and we talk that real shit, man. Today I want to do kind of like a, freestyle. I kind of, just before I get to topics, I want to ask how you doing, man. Your mental, everything been good. How's life been? It's been a crazy year. We're already on like what, the third, fourth day of December.
Crazy, man. Crazy ride. Personally, man, mentally, I'll start first. Mentally, it's been up and down. Just seeing things and trying to get things together. You know what I mean? It's rough. Starting this too as well. Trying to get the chills off, trying to get the nervousness off, the anxiety, all that. Just rock and just flow with it, man. I'm just learning to flow with it, just and learning to flow with life, and just keep going. Stuff, you feel me? But mentally, it be up and down. But shoot, can't let a bad day hold us.
I feel it, man. Mentally, I've been good. Woke up to a sunny day today. The weather's been kind of, flip floppy. The cold air and the breezes and the snow coming, and
Yeah, it's no coming.
that's how the Midwest says. It's very bipolar. One day it could be a blizzard, the next day now it's like 70 degrees, sunny, no clouds in the sky. But besides that, I've been good, man. Just looking forward to this upcoming year, man. I feel it's gonna be full of great surprises.
Yeah, man. Honestly, too as well, man. Yeah, chill day today. So honestly, just want to get into open conversations and talk about just reality of things that's going on today, and just start from there, bro. Anything you want to start on right now?
Yeah, man. I will say, you know, I remember, yeah, like it was just 2023,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
now
Like, dang, it's
a year
fast.
came by, and it's felt like it's been like 3, 4 months, but it's been obviously 11 months,
Yeah.
12 months. So it's like, now I'm sitting here like, wow, time is really going by so fast. The
Yeah.
world is moving so fast. People are gaining so much knowledge in a short span of time. Everyone's like kind of like doing for self, going business for themselves. The world's
Yeah.
kind of having a different shift, when it comes to like mindset, personality.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's kind of like, putting a stop and actually saying no to a lot of things that we kind of turn the blind eye to. So I will say that's a great positive step into the direction of where the world is going, because I feel like it's going to be crazy these next 5 years.
Mm-hmm. I agree, man. Honestly, like I'm thinking of it like talk to society or like talk to the industry, things like that. There are different industries. I'm feeling like a lot of emperors been falling lately.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's the weather. I don't know if it's the karma, but a lot of emperors been falling. But when emperors fall, that means the new rise is set to come. That's what I've been thinking about, and I just want to attack that new rise, attack the new rise together. You know.
absolutely.
Life
Yeah,
is crazy, man, but I'm just striving. The real ones in the gyms gonna always strive through. Diamonds in the dirt always gonna prevail.
yeah, man.
That's
It's
how I
time
feel
for
about it.
new rulers, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Time for new kings and queens, new prince and princesses, man. I think all that's gonna change soon. I even think it's gonna be. I don't even think the president's gonna have much of a say. So even though they don't technically, but the textbooks and all that have told us what they've told us and information that we gathered and heard. But yeah, I don't really see a
Yeah,
presidency after this term.
right. I think a lot of influence from Trump being back in office has started a lot of rivalries inside the household with a lot of people with different opinions.
Oh yeah,
And, yeah, I don't know.
and I like the direction he's kind of went, because I was watching ironically Joe Rogan's podcast, and he was talking about how he really wanted to bring up the idea, this before he won the election, about bringing back tariffs.
Mm,
Yeah, and like replacing that with like income tax. Yeah,
Did you hear
and
about the Hunter Biden too? Like, something with his son too as well. I don't know exactly, but I guess he got his son out of trouble, things like that.
yeah, man.
That's
Yeah,
his
he's
partner.
been.
Yo,
Yeah, there's been some crazy things going on since November. Um, yeah, man. But I feel like we've been talking about the market crashing and all that, you know, and the U.S. dollar not being much of value.
yeah.
I'm now seeing that more and more.
I talk about this the other day with you, and I was like, I kind of had did a little research and realized like a lot of the stuff and things like that going on with the U.S. dollar also due to like the inflation with the gold, silver, and U.S. is backed up. So I think that's a lot to deal with. Why the dollars like valueless are losing value. I don't know, but I just been realizing like a lot is going on to that, and it's a lot of crypto and like this new emergence of crypto and things like that, man. I know we talked about a guy we actually want to bring on aboard, things like that. A couple guys
No,
we know work in crypto, but how do you feel about the crypto status right now? And do you feel like it's going to
um,
give emergence to society, or you think it's another?
well, I feel like there's a positive and negative to everything, but like a yin and yang, let's just say. But I say I look at it as because I've also have experimented with the stocks and the foreign exchange, currency exchange, you know, all that. And I look at it as for the people who do sports betting, who go to the casino a lot, who always go to the gas stations and buy scratch offs, knowing that they gotta do this and that.
Yeah.
I feel like if whatever job you have, if you invest a little bit of your check or whatever, and put it in like what they say, digital marketing, digital real estate or whatever, or through stocks, you know,
Mhm.
and actually try to invest money that way and basically catch money in that market and in that way because I feel like it's a good thing because yeah, you may waste a lot of money, you may lose a lot of money, doing it because you got to put so much into it, but you can't expect to go 10,000, 20,000 without spending some of your money. You can't
Yeah.
you can't have $5 in your piggy bank and then when you get more money, knowing you got to eat, knowing you got to pay bills, you're gonna just put all that in there. You can, but you got to pour into yourself to pour into other people. So like that's how you got to treat it too when it comes to the you know crypto and digital real estate and Bitcoin and all that stuff. Yeah.
I agree, man. It's like also I was checking into something that like this dude named Luke Belmore, I don't know if you heard of him. He was saying that like he wants to help start build decentralized communities, and I believe that is part or impact in the crypto world, so to speak of. And I was like, it had me thinking. I'm like, wow, like is a lot of these top guys or top investors, people working with money and finance things like that, have they always technically had a cover to use crypto in ways to actually hide their assets and hide their money, or is it more of like actual currency to provide and enhance? Because
Well,
I'm starting to think crypto and all this stuff is kind of used in a different light. But hey, you know what I mean? I don't know
so
that.
I will say on that, but I won't do it too crazy. But there is, of course, we already know about coins
Yeah.
and how there's different coins, not just the ones that they give us visibly with a dollar coin, a $2 coin. There's the Bitcoin is like, for example, another coin.
Hmm.
It could be used, to sell. How like on the apps in general and all the websites in general, you can sell like stocks. You can sell. You can trade in the companies. You can trade this way. You can trade that way. Yes, it's a possibility that you could trade something that's kind of
Yeah.
should not be on the market and make a transaction through it because not that it's no real security or anything, but it's like who's really going to go out their way to tap into the quote unquote metaverse and all that and see, oh, there's X, Y, and Z being trafficked and traded and paid and transaction through all of that. So
Yeah.
It's
So let me
2024,
throw
man. It
out
ain't possible.
like everyone was talking about actually if say for instance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Going to the crypto world, dive in certain things. When we get to a level, we have a certain level of money, things like that. I want to ask you. You showed me on Instagram like a couple
Mm-hmm.
days ago. And it was about
Oh,
this multi property, and it was I don't know if this was like a certain black community that was having these multi properties and
oh
things like
yeah,
that.
I
Can
posted
you
that.
speak to that? Pretty gritty.
Yeah,
I'm trying to know a little bit more at man.
yeah. So, yeah, it was. I gotta look back at his name, but basically, it was some him and his buddies in Atlanta. They were they basically bought like and built apartment complexes or like small houses in like this duplex or whatever, and they were charging like um I think the average was like 1,500 to like 25, 3,000 for rent, and they made 29, and 20 of the homes were already like bought and paid for,
And
and they're building more and and they're working on buying property, some more property in Atlanta, like College Park, it's around that area. So I thought that was beautiful. Like, okay, we're finally rebuilding Black Wall Street a little bit. That, that's how I looked at it.
flashbacks too when you saw me. I'm like, yo, are we on to start something brand
And
new?
and all it looked beautiful. We went to the houses that cost thousands, millions, and it's 1,500 in Atlanta. I know about the rent prices.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
No, it's crazy. Like, I think there are a lot of steady economy, certain things. We have friends in Houston. We got like I'm in New York, things like that. I'm just like, man, how do we actually get a hold of starting to have our own little faction of Black Wall Street? Like, how do you make those moves? And it's just seeing that too as well. Like, it just had me like a whole new perspective. Like, it's alive still. You can find ways. You know what I mean? And I know
Really?
you talk about things like land, acres, things like that, but like
Yeah.
honestly, man, like you changed my perspective on like buying land, kind of going back into the level of like I know back in the days people were really heavy on this too as well, and now I kind of changed my perspective on buying land. Do you know any spots, acres, things like that? Because we've been looking at a lot of land, bro. I'm trying to figure out
Yeah.
the spot you feel like
So
you want to have your own Black Wall Street.
hmm so um, start off. There's land everywhere. So America is the biggest Black Friday clearance. The biggest two for five, tip, whatever deal you could throw out of there. I'm talking every state. Coupons, it's land for sale. Land you wouldn't even think is for sale, for sale.
Yeah.
I say personally for me, I've been looking at spots such as like Texas because I really want like when I look at land, I think about okay, not just me building a house on that land. I want to build not just that, but also establish like where I can grow my own food. You know, I can
Yeah.
have animals. I can have all this uh, limited, countless miles and miles of acres of land, and I can build warehouses if I want to.
Yeah.
Office. I can have places to put all my cars. I can have my entire village and raise my family like they say if I buy
I know
land.
you gonna you talk about this for a good too. I know you passionate about that.
But I'm serious though.
I'm
It's
like, yo, y'all want to go off the grid with you. Boy. I'm still a little
it,
luxury if you know, but I'm just a bouginess. But
it's
think
not
about it,
even.
though, man. I know TikTok thinking about going off the grid, seeing certain people. I'm like, yo, it's not that bad of a lifestyle.
That's not that bad. You just gotta you're like I haven't really done anything like that, but I will say like I'll put it like this. So everyone has this phenomenon of like we want reparations, we want all of our stuff back, but we want our 40 acres in the mule you promised us.
Reparations.
And then one day you say, you know what? I'm not that smart. I'm not that knowledgeable. I'm gonna look up how many acres is 40. And when I had like did the calculations on, I'm like, bro, this is just my neighbor's house down the street.
Yeah.
like, right?
Right.
This is just my front and backyard together, and I'm like, technically, it's enough to do because you can do a lot with 40 acres, but it's like
Yeah.
it's so much it's so much land on this planet. Like it's countless, it's endless. It's like, and people are wasting millions on mansions, millions on cars. But that's cool. You get cars are going to cost that much, but you're wasting.
Appreciation really kind of destroyed that to me. Like honestly, like the housing market is one of those things to me where I'll see it and it's like I'm scared to get into it. And I don't know we talked about this in our uphill battles about like being that first purchaser, buying an apartment, or buying a home, things like that. And like I've been still trying to debate about that, man, and figure out because I feel like there's so much going on with the housing market and things like that. But also, I do want to tell you about an idea that I had in short, since I was younger too as well, and kind of would feel like your ideology for land you can invest in. Honestly, you know, I've been thinking about, man. I think honestly we need something for the kids too as well, and to have another imprint for that, man. I was thinking about maybe like I actually came from my Uncle Steve too as well. He thought about the idea of a sports mall or a community center and things like that.
Yeah,
You know, and it's not even just for sports. Maybe for kids who want to get into a talent, maybe just art or maybe just music. Having music studios, having just like their own level of art galleries when you go into the community centers, having just their own solo art galleries. You know what I mean? So they can get into that vibe, that essence before they go into major art galleries. You know what I mean? It's
no,
just kind of just want to have something in all ways and all levels. Because certain days I feel like kids' passions are running out. There's so much to explore with kids and seeing things. I know the next generation and the future, things like that. It's gonna have a lot of change in how kids view what they want to be, how they want to grow
yeah.
up. And I just
Some
don't
of
want that
these kids,
passion to die off for certain kids. Like we've
yeah,
seen
some
how
of these
a lot
kids
of
are
kids
giving up,
grow
bro.
up with passion died off. 14, 15, 16 years old, they're already done. They already gave up on their dreams and things like
Yeah,
that.
it's
You know, that's
sad,
what
bro.
kids, man.
I'll be seeing so many kids and so much potential, bro. I'll be
Mhm.
when I used to train uh to be an Olympian, bro, for track. I
Yeah,
used to always go to my old high school and go to some of the practices because I was always training for like meets either coming up that week or a week or two, like before I had to go like out of town to compete and shit.
yeah.
And I used to see all these underclassmen, upperclassmen, and I'm like, bro, excuse me, you have so much potential. You could be faster than what you are. You can
Mhm.
you can really maximize all of the gifts that you have, but your attitude sucks.
Yeah, got a lot of attitude do be bored there's certain kids. But you
Yeah,
know what? I feel like that's a trickle down effect too as well of how much people actually invested into the kids. Because honestly, man, like even in high school for me, like I played. I told you I played football, basketball. I was kind
yeah.
of
I,
the
I
guy
was
trying
I was
to sports
selfish
things
in high
like
school until my senior year, bro.
that. Yeah, but like I actually had a passion for poetry, man, and I used to go into poetry slams and try to explore that avenue. I had like writer workshop class, kind of how to write doing poetry, things like that. But I just feel like there really was like no true investment for the kids who want to go into poetry. There's no true investment or no like platform for them to speak on that. In certain, maybe certain cities do have that. Maybe certain cities have
I
probably.
mean, they probably do.
I
Yeah,
don't
they
know, man.
probably do.
So like it's
But
true
it's more like if you're a poet, they're like, well, you might as well just rap. Do you have any tracks out? Do you have an album,
though.
EP?
Yeah, it's a
Then they go
different.
into that conversation.
Yeah,
And some
facts.
kids just know how to write.
Yeah,
If you think about that, that's all it is.
yeah.
I
Just
feel like the
like
kids are misunderstood.
put investments into the kids though. Tell
Yeah,
you, like a lot of people, poets, things like that. Like they could be artists. It be like it's a lot of potential in that. But it's also a lot of potential in those kids getting a way to express their words, their creativity, and their freedom out through the poetry. I feel like a lot of people take advantage and don't realize like sometimes that poetry is therapeutic and is
Yeah,
the key for those gigs. So if people don't go into the investment for things in the arts and style of writing for those kids who want to go into do it without being like artists. Like some people don't want to go into be art. Some people just like to write poems. Like I've seen a lot
yeah,
of kids I see growing up. Some people they didn't care about too much of poetry. They just care about writing to get their feelings off the way. You know?
yeah,
And that's like that's pretty much what it is, man. Like, or somebody got to pour out shit to do. You know, versus they pouring out into that pen.
yeah, man. You do, man. We gotta make sure that we keep them motivated too, because
Mm-hmm.
you know, they're the future. They're the ones that's gonna have the quote unquote what they say passing of the torch.
Mm-hmm.
We're giving it to them. Like,
Nice.
so we just gotta make sure we do our part to lead them in the quote unquote right direction, or not. Waste their
Mm-hmm.
life away. Because man, what they be calling them YNs, yeah,
Yeah, right.
the ski back,
Certified
the
YB.
shiesty babies.
I ain't gonna lie, we gotta keep one of them, Marco. But hey, we gonna get into that.
Hey, I mean, I love it though. Like at least some of them be doing, they be organizing how they do shit, And I look at it as like that's our army.
Yeah, I actually talked to you about this too. I was like, what if we get all the certified YNs to like an
Hmm.
old collective? I
Yeah,
feel like I could stop a lot of violence. Don't get me wrong,
yeah.
violence always gonna be pure happen. Like
Nah,
it's war
that's
always
our
going
task force, man.
really no profit. But like, what if we get all the certified YNs together as a whole unit? We could take out Russia, bro. We could take out
Yeah,
China damn there with these
yeah.
kids.
We have a chance, man. That's what the gangs and all that
Yeah,
and the organizations were made at first to
yeah.
be made for, not for like going against each other, and then obviously not impactful in the community and protecting it. Because that's what growth and development was all about, and
Mm-hmm.
like Ray
Yeah.
Cook and
I
all
want to say
that.
that a little bit more. Larry Hoover too as well. I remember
Yeah,
about him, man. I
yeah.
think he
Like,
locked up things like that, bro. You know why he locked up again?
I'll put it like this:
Mm-hmm.
he's locked up because one, he is so powerful that by his influence alone coming out now would
Mm-hmm.
it would change so much stuff overnight.
Yeah.
Like
Change the
the
whole mentality,
gangs,
how kids
like
move, everything. Turn
like
them into little baby soldiers, into baby politicians. You know what I
that's what I'm
mean?
saying. Like people think Kendrick brought the Crystal Bloods together. No, Larry Hoover would really
Very good
get shit done.
business.
He would really hold everybody accountable. Like bro, this was not the blueprints and all that what I laid out and wrote out before I went in prison. Now, like, how would imagine how he would feel if he was out right now and he just got out because he was supposed to get out a couple years back.
Mhm.
As people don't know, uh, yeah, how would you feel? Like, how do you feel if you come out now and see that we're still warring against each other? Not only are we warring against each other, we're killing each other. We're killing kids. We're killing elderly. And people's not they're laughing about it, not giving an F, and then they're working
Yeah.
with the quote unquote pigs, like like so it's a lot of things that need to get corrected, and him coming out in prison finally will really do that. And that's why he's not out now, because they know how much power and impact he holds.
I feel like we have a dark era, man. You see all these rappers getting locked up with Ricos and all this stuff.
It's I be laughing at it
Man,
now.
all our favorite artists is getting locked up, man. Like, we only got like a couple artists left.
Man, at this point though, if people don't start catching on to what's really going on, because I laugh at it, because it's like
I but it's too
it's
bad.
effed up and it's funny at the same time.
I know, man. I just honestly, man, I just feel like a lot of this stuff is due to like the failures of not just thematic themes, things like that, but there's a lot of failures. Out there.
Hmm.
Like, I don't think kids go and just grab a gun. from up the street. Like, but also, if they did grab a gun from the street, how are they getting all these guns from? Like, where do you think the kids truly getting all these guns from? Like, they can't
Well,
just go up the street to Family Dollar and buy one.
hey man, look, I'll put it like this:
Like, it's a lot trickle down effect really, really going on. That shit hurt.
if kids can get PS5s and pay for their battle passes and, and work, I didn't see some kids that ain't even 16 yet have
Yeah.
stuff that I didn't get till I was like 21. So some are probably using their allowance money and McDonald's money to buy this stuff. Like, hey,
But I'm just saying though, like, where do you think it's coming from? Because I'm just saying that, like, I don't think kids building the guns so from hand to ground. I don't think kids just go up the street.
mhm,
Like,
yeah,
to be honest with you, I just feel like it's a trickle down effect to the systematic pressures of society what we going through. I'm sure for a lot of broken child homes, sorry, broken family homes that a lot of we have perspectives, and this is why we having this show. You know what I mean? It's like
yeah,
I love that. I love your perspective. But I love throwing mine to you like that. But when you come up to that, it's like it's a lot of illegal people coming into this country, starting more conflict and chaos as the same kind of tactics and issues and problems as if you go back to the 80s and the 70s when they were pushing in the CIA or FBI, whoever, I forgot the exact name, depending on it, was pushing
hmm
into these communities, these lower income communities, things like that.
yeah,
Now, I just feel like before we let the kid, we gotta blame the system to which brought the kid into this bullshit. But hey, man, you feel me? It's a lot going on, man. I just feel like it's a start though to have a conversation and to start though to talk about what's truly going on. And I feel like if we don't teach the kids the history of why systematic pressures and the economy is in the favor of why it's at right now, then how are the kids gonna
yeah.
actually grow?
People
Like
have never seen America
talk
before
about
America became how what it is. People don't know
what
about the Louisiana Purchase.
man, the school system itself is a failure. Like what
Yeah,
what can you tell me things that you learned from school that help you prosper in life? Like can you give me five things from high
yeah.
school that help you prosper for life?
Um, my favorite subject in school was social studies, history,
Back to me for the
and I remember watching. They used to always turn on either the story of mankind or they'll do like U.S. history. And
yeah,
I'll tell you one of the things I learned. I was really interested in like the American story and how like this was once first called before it got taken over because people don't know America is really supposed to be like a diverse cultural country itself, meaning that like all the places from Europe, all the places from the Caribbean, all that, it's really all like I ain't gonna say right here, but why do you think there's so many ways to get there? Going to certain states. Why do you think that you can get from Mexico, get from going through Texas? You don't have to always go through Cali.
okay.
Like
Point.
stuff like that, and also with the oil trade and how like you know America doesn't want to admit it, but they're fighting over the land.
Yeah,
And it really wasn't about like the Union versus the Confederacy. It was really them versus our people
yeah.
because we really had the whole planet on lock. But the whole 13 colony story was really about like fighting over getting certain states
Hmm.
because because if we really think about it, everybody loves to say the Midwest is mid, but don't want to talk about how they got their money. Like
What's got different type of money that I've seen now I built there too as well, man. Like I realized like this little my little middle school experience when I was going into high school and things like that, and going to like basically like see that 15 minutes out. It was like a whole other dynamic and experience for me and from my black experience too as well. And basically, man, see, I never even realized certain spots in the Midwest had so much money. So I
Yeah,
just kind of explored, kind of explored to different races of folks too as well. You know, like people, I think a lot of people don't realize like people be so stuck up and like there's certain category or demographic of who they are that they don't get to explore and expand upon what they can see and what they can learn. Because without learning, you can't really get a visual of what you want to go through. You feel
yeah.
me? What you want to see or to explore. But I just feel like that's a lot of what's going on too as well. Like
Um,
just me being a pure example, I didn't even know that 15 minutes out was that beautiful, bro. I was like, yo, like this
yeah.
is crazy, bro. It's a whole different world.
I didn't know that like Louisiana and St. Louis had a whole purchase, and it was I had seen the map.
Hmm.
Uh, it was like basically the America before. No, it was America in 1904,
Hmm.
and they had all the states, but they was like scrambled and shuffled around over the entire map. Some states were still in the spot, but like a lot of states were closer to what I did. And then I started thinking to myself, because when I
Hmm.
travel, I don't always take the plane. I always like sometimes I love riding the train to see like the sights. I just love looking at land and looking at nature and all that.
You know, I'm the same way, man. I actually took the train about 2, 3 times, man. And I realized, I think it was in our college experience, coming and up and down back from college.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, I just like really seeing how
Excuse me.
everything is changing the landscape when you go to different cities and things like that. It's like you get a taste of see how the economy look, but I also get a taste to see how things are being run in different like forms of where
Yeah.
you at. It's like that. It's like
Yeah. I was. Yeah. My fault. I was coming from the West Coast, and I was coming back down to Missouri, and as I'm looking, I done left Colorado. I went past New Mexico. I'm just leaving the Four Corners, and as soon as I
Mhm.
leave the Four Corners, I'm a little bit in the South, and I come right back to the Midwest, and I'm like, yo, they make this like a 5 hour, 7 hour plane ride to a 20 hour, 30 hour drive. I just
Mhm.
got here in less than 20 something hours.
No speeding?
No, we're on the train. We did stops and all, and I'm sitting here. And I'm
With
like,
that
yo,
much speeding? Shit.
no, it felt like a regular 12 hour shift at work. I was like, yo, what the? I took naps and everything.
Yeah, the not the best part. Waking up be like,
Yeah, yeah, and I'm like, oh, we're still not here, and like I'm over here looking at the curtain, and I'm like, yo,
I felt
everything is not what it
cool people
seems.
on the train too as well.
Oh yeah, I meet a lot of interesting
A
people on
lot
the
of
train.
different people.
That's why I be cautious when I get on certain trains. I'll be like, man, I sit by certain people. If I don't get a suite, I'll be on point. Because usually when I go on trains, I gotta get like a suite. I gotta have like two where I can just chill by myself. But if I'm sitting next to somebody, I'll be one eye open. Is
Nah,
like,
facts. Yeah. Especially like I don't know, I feel like my experience has been different a little bit. Like I don't know if I'm just easy to talk to or something, but it's like I remember coming from what was it? I think I was coming from Cleveland, and it was the guy, and I think it was from Buffalo, New York. Man, they was just like, it was like, come on, come to the back, bro, come to the back. I'm like, oh, yeah, what's going
he
on, bro?
said no.
What you mean, bro? I heard that. But it's just like they was just like just trying to talk to me about life and just like man, we just kind of went into deep conversations like about business, about society, and it's like just one conversation on the train can really teach you a lot of game of wisdom and like how people operate. You know what I mean? And it's different worlds of people too as well. So I actually felt blessed to have the opportunity. You know?
No, definitely, man. Yeah, I encourage everybody. Like, even though road trips is a good way to for sightseeing, but
Yes,
one
sir.
of these days, just go on a train, bro.
Mm-hmm.
on some Polar Express type ish, and
No, that
get you some hot chocolate. Like
but
I
yeah,
even went to the cafeteria, bro. I got me some cup noodles, bro. Those were the best cup noodles I had. In the sense, it was, bro.
when them noodles be hitting on the tray.
That's what I'm saying. All the snacks be great. Like I had, yeah. I encourage you to pack a lunch too sometimes, bro. They sometimes don't true about this stuff. But yeah, uh, when I was on my train rides, I always be like, bro, either they're lying about where states are, or it's just a lot of shortcuts to get places.
Mm-hmm.
Because I used to go to Texas on the train sometimes,
Yeah.
and
Somebody
even go to Chicago because I'm originally from St. Louis. But I used to go to Chicago and back, and I'd be like, yo, this looks just like back home,
yeah,
but different.
from Missouri to like through Oklahoma going to Texas, it's actually quicker. Like it's like I think
Yeah,
people don't realize like it's actually not that fast of a drive that people realize. Like I don't know, but
no,
yeah,
I
it's
feel
just
that
an
because
long way transit and hours and that. Like I ain't gonna lie, it's not adding up, bro.
yeah, because I could tell you how. So like from where I was at, I didn't say I had to go through Arkansas, but like it was like they were telling you just to go this way because especially if you're
Yeah.
down to the city, and then the bridge that connects to St. Louis, Illinois is right there. So it's like you know,
Wait, it was Arkansas, not Oklahoma. Probably. I think it
yeah,
was
yeah,
Arkansas.
yeah, Arkansas, but Oklahoma is a faster route because you're right in Dallas. Like
Sorry, okay, maybe it's Oklahoma. Then I'm sorry, I forgot.
no,
Man. It's been a minute.
Oklahoma is a fast route. Dallas, Arkansas, you have to go.
Yeah.
They take you through the entire Arkansas, then you get to Texas. So that's why, like, when I used to go to Houston, it was a 12-hour drive. People be like, "No, it's really 8," and I'm like, "Bro, where I was coming from was 12," because I actually had to, because I'm further down
Yeah.
from where like KC was. So it's like KC, you been up north of Missouri, so it's like going to Oklahoma and all that, going through Wichita, Kansas, and come from going to Oklahoma and then going to Texas. That's why the route is like that. But
Yeah.
when we tell you like, oh, St. Louis and Casey is down the street, when you're down the street, they make you go through Illinois, Arkansas. They do get to Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that whole little shift and movement going down there. I feel like them probably be like one of the best rides, bro. Like it's like, do you ever realize too? Like
Mhm.
the Chiefs when it comes to the history, like when they got ownership and things like that. I think the Hunt family actually got Texas background. Most of the people from Texas, and like
Yeah.
I had like family members, things like that too on a different side. But I was like, a lot of Texas origins, it's a lot of blossom and spread to KC too as well. I don't know for a lot of people, but I always seen that too. Like
No,
KC got a lot of teachers
Missouri,
are like
and
like
Texas
to go
are like
to
best
KC or
friends.
something like that. So what she said?
No, you're good. Missouri and Texas are like they've been like this. I've been noticing it through the years. Like I used to live in Houston, and I used to people like, I'm like, does he have a St. Louis Cardinals jersey on?
Yeah,
like,
they
like
like
you
little
know,
twin cities in a way.
yeah, yeah. It's like people from like KC or St. Louis, they'll come move down there. People from Texas will come move down that way. It's like I've been noticing it. It's like, and then Pat Mahomes being in KC and he's from Dallas, and the connection and how like the Chiefs team used to be the Dallas Texans before they became the KC Chiefs, and how they chose KC because that was the fastest route to get from Dallas to Missouri because like where his job was.
Man, that'd be true.
It has to be true because like think
That
about
makes
it.
you as well. Like, whoa,
Why is Whataburger in KC?
that's due to Mahomes.
But think about it. It's a Texas.
You gotta keep my boy here happy.
Yeah, yeah, but it's a Texas food chain.
Of course,
So
yes.
like, I mean, of course, it probably could be Mahomes because it's back home food, but still, they'll be like, all right, well, even though you're the quarterback and we'll do what you want, we'll take it because our origins is from Dallas and that's a Texas place, so why not? You know?
I get what you're saying. That's why I've been seeing like a lot of kids like I grew up with, and like as soon as they get ready from high school, in high school things like that, a lot of people be going to colleges down in Houston and Texas. I actually got
Oh
like
yeah,
family members.
I want to be a Longhorn, bro, so bad.
So I ain't go lie, bro. Wait.
I wanted
Wait,
to be a Cougar too in Houston as well.
it was the Longhorns too for you? I thought it was Houston. I
It
thought
was
it
both. So my
was.
initial, if you really wanted me, I chose UT because of like the package deal and the coaching and the
Yeah.
mentorship and everything included. I only, but Houston was my plan B because I was like I'll still have coaching, I'll still have mentorship, but it's closer to where my family is because I have sisters and these nephews who live down there. So it's like that's why I said if I don't go to UT, if I didn't get in, I'm going to UH. It's 4 hours away.
I'm not gonna lie. I think for me, bro, uh, I just felt like UT was one of the largest schools, bro, and they
Yeah,
had the
UT
money going.
was.
Like I always followed the money growing up, but it's like when I had that senior year, like pick a dream college, things like that. Like we always grew up with Oregon. Like if you a football guy, basketball, you like Jersey. Like everybody had
Oh
Oregon,
yeah,
go to as well. But like UT kind of just gave me like, and I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was looking at dorm rooms and everything, knowing
I
damn
used to
well.
watch their vlogs. They hop on the plane to get to their competition.
Look,
What? No, like I was saying.
it just looks like it's a large school. Like it looks like it's a welcoming, large ass school, bro. That like
Yeah,
so much. Like I feel like the money and everything is just like as
and
crazy as it is.
their
Like money's
home
not,
games is
but
crazy.
for that, for colleges, bro, like it does so much economics and how the students move and like have their fun and things like that. I just feel like
Yeah,
it was like one of my funnest schools I would have went to if I had the chance to.
yeah. Like I'll say this though. Next year, if it all makes out and you playing it right and it just comes to fruition, you have to go to Texas and go to Texas Relays at UT. Just to let you know how crazy and how crazy their crowds are.
Also see a game of that Manning, that young Manning.
Oh yeah, I definitely want to see him
Yeah, he coming good. I ain't gonna
because
lie, he's looking
yeah,
like
he's
great.
been
But
yeah.
now here you though, man. We do gotta go down there though. Relay.
I
I
be
ain't
watching their games. Their student sections be live.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
crazy, bro. That I ain't gonna lie. To be honest, no, we could go to the relay talk too as well. But how do you personally feel about the potential of that young man too as well? Like I know people talk about like a lot of nepotism in sports things like that. But do
hmm
you feel like it's a detriment to the kids who have nepotism things like that too as well, or do you feel like they can excel faster? Because I don't know. It's like to me, seeing how Ronnie James panning out things like that, and also basketball, different sport, but like I don't
He
think people
made
realize how much
50 million
it is,
in
bro.
jersey
Like
sales.
getting LeBron James signed is not easy, bro. No matter how spoiled you think he is and all this, bro. Like, bro, he's still LeBron James. Like he trying to fill them shoes in,
But
bro. You know how much stress that is, probably. Like,
if I'm Ronnie James, I'm the man right now. I did something my father ain't do. I sold 50 million in the first week in jersey sales.
no cap. That was true. I love that statistic too. It just showed me that much
Like
impact he
what?
had.
He ain't even get his Nike contract yet. Because you know he's going to Nike. He's going to be a Nike. If he's not a Nike athlete, I'm gonna be so shocked.
We already know. I don't know. I
That's
don't know
what
if
I'm
he had that
saying.
big
Wait till
bag
he
with
gets
the
his
money.
shoes. He's going to gross at least 200 million.
Finna come clutch with that.
Because
See,
if he's think about it, if he's playing G League right now, wait till when he's actually getting the green light and playing more games as a professional athlete. He sold 50 million his first week as a rookie. Imagine when he threw the years on and then shoes.
oh, Elijah Williams too as well. I think he just reclassified,
Ah,
man.
yeah, he
That was
did.
cold.
Yeah. I saw. I actually watched his videos, his pro videos, and all that, and like him working out with players. He was giving Nas Reed that work.
Mhm. You know, he had a workout. I don't know if it was a workout or he just played one on one with Kevin Durant, but he actually had a little workout. It was like he would talk about how he was coming from school or coming after school. I don't know. But he was like, "Yo, as soon as I got out of school or before school, I'm like, bro, I literally play with Kevin Durant. Like he was just stargazing, and that's one of my favorite players. Like I don't know how you would feel, bro, if you just wake up and LeBron hits you talking about some, yo, let's work out. You like. It's around this month.
Yeah,
But I think that was cool though to hear that experience, man.
yeah, man. This next generation basketball players is gonna be
Elite.
because they now have we now have players coming in who got both a left and a right hand.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And the game changer too as well. Like a lot of people saying that we've been hearing talk people saying like a 3 point shot is gonna be like a detriment to the league and things like that. But man, bro, talent always evolves. Like no matter what we speak, greatness will always like stamp a legacy, but talent is gonna always evolve. So I just feel like all that rumors and all that about the 3 point stuff, like if we really talk hoops, greatness gonna be greatness regardless of how
Oh yeah,
hard the league goes in a ways. Like and I'm ready to see that things like that, not just with basketball, but for like a multitude of sports. Like you know, what I mean, as you got me learning more about track, because I'm still like new to that too as well. But even for track, you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
they probably have a new next evolution of kids that might turn to next Usain Bolt, or
Yeah,
else
man,
they're
there's
Dennis
already kids.
Hopper.
There's a kid named Arian Knighton. He was the he signed a Adidas contract at 16 years old, and then the new kid Quincy, is it Quincy Wilson?
I don't know about him.
Well, no, not Quincy. Well, he was just in the Olympics. He just signed with New Balance.
Oh, shoot, NBA. I go like some people be rocking them NBs. I ain't
Yeah,
you know.
so and he's still in high school. So yeah,
Okay.
it's not even just in basketball. A lot of these kids in high school are signing their shoe deals early, already pulling up at college and road demons early.
Sir, I ain't gonna lie, I'll
Like,
tell you right now, bro. So I don't care how much money impact this world, them kids they
excuse me.
they gotta get that back, man. They gotta get their work for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because another thing as well, like I don't think people realize like how much like the pan out of a superstar athlete and the percentage is so low. Like people really have the audacity to tell kids that they can't get an NIL deal for their actually working hard. Like we talking about the elite, not talking about just every kid playing high school sports, of course, but the elite of their retrospective sports should get a
yeah,
bag NIL deal. Like
yeah. Like, get the experience now. Don't be trying to wait how they did, because that's how they got left over back in the day.
mhm.
I
And
feel
learn the
like,
business really too as well. I don't think
yeah,
people realizing that. Like learning the
it's
business
cool to
career
work.
actually impacts way different. Because I wish we got to learn the business of our sports and retrospective things like that.
Yeah,
I
it's
would have been to cook it. Cook it with
it's cool to work, because they was like, that college kids shouldn't get paid because we did it. That's kind of a lie. We they kind of showed us that in winning time, when they were paying college players in the '70s under the table at their cribs. So
me.
I think we heard about the story with Zion giving us that 175K or something like that.
Reggie Bush haven't even got his trophy back due to accusations of
Yeah,
him money and things like that. That's
so yeah,
crazy, man. Get that man his trophy back. Whoever
yeah,
watches this,
man.
get that man his trophy back, y'all. Like,
Yeah, yeah, man. It's I feel like it would be good experience for him. I feel like once of course some kids may go crazy, so but hey, at least you can say you were up in
you gotta take
college.
your family.
You're getting paid more than some professional athletes that got championships.
Like, I was, and on to that too as well. Like, you don't realize too, like, not every kid has a great, upbringing and household to like, wait on the bag. Like, no, some kids need that bag now. We don't know if the kids starving. We don't know what them kids going through. One of them kids got mama, auntie, husband. I don't know how to say husband. That's a crazy word. My bad. But like, you know what I'll be like,
Yeah,
Papa, bro. We don't know what them kids situation be going through, bro. We don't be knowing. So it's like they gotta get theirs too as well. You know, I don't think people when I come to talk to things like this, I realize like people put a lot of pressure on the kids because do in deals and just not even just sports, but like kids getting money and learning how ways and avenues, even if it's social media, learning
learning
how
the
to
rules of
profit.
money early.
But where are people talking about the people who own that ass, or the people who own the business, or who own the league, own the teams, and why that's not a conversation of how much they're making, how they can do to give back to things like that. People always put it on the players.
Mhm.
Why not always blame the owner too as well?
Because they don't really want to share and win together, because they're just starting to like let the world and the media know that we're paying college kids now. But if we look at the books and see how much Nick Saban was making,
Yeah. What was happening? One, he
and
happened to
then
tell everyone
Coach,
not to as well. Wait. Nah, I think that was John Calipari. I'm tripping. But yeah, bro, having them special guest star, bro, I know some of the people in college be getting lit, right? Like that shit is not cheap, bro. The big D1 schools having people come on campus, things
yeah,
like that, like going out, having people spit back you or all that. Like, man, them coaches know what they doing, recruiting kids, getting them, they little scat packs and things like
so
that. Man, you used to, bro. I just see you do scat packs for certain kids more than I see them kids going to the military getting the scat packs. I was like, yeah,
yeah,
ain't no
they
change.
tried to sway us with that Range Rover, that Dodge Charger, and now
Remember the
kids
military
get
people you get the scat
yeah,
packs? That
yeah.
was the athletes. Ain't
Now
no
it's the
change.
athletes doing it. It's getting out of hand, bro. Man, I was gonna say anything else you want to talk before we wrap this thing up, man. And I guess you would share. Or,
Honestly, man, I believe this is a good day. Me and you, things like that. And I think really just share, man. I just want to keep the journey going, keep the wheels going. Also, though, I think I do want to give a couple words of affirmation for everybody who's watching, and that's all I want to say. Like, like people, whoever it is, human being, clone, reptilian, I'm saying like me, but no matter what you go through, I feel like if it's a strive for a purpose, always use your best hand to deliver that purpose, not your weak hand. You
okay.
know? That's all I want to
I,
say.
since we're doing it, you know what I'm saying? Don't ever think you're here for no reason. Even people who can be here for quote unquote negative reasons, but everybody has a purpose and why they're down for it. And until
Sir,
you fulfill it, and until you do it, your life won't go the way you want it. And besides that, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Be kind to one another, bro. You know what I'm saying? Be positive. Smile. You know what I'm saying? Have fun. Don't always, you know, I wouldn't say take everything too serious, but just know that everything's gonna be fine, bro.
staying calm, having reassurance, always lead the way, man. Calm always go long. So,
Hey,
we
man,
got it, man. We want to wrap it up, man. So go ahead and give us a close out.
yep.
Go, man.
All right. Thank you, Keith, for coming on here. You know what I'm saying? Have another conversation, man. Thank you guys as well for listening to us as well, man. This is the Kickback. I'm Bryce Chavez. This is Keith Wilson. We're out, man.
Let's get it.